ಅಲ್ಲ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ?
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸರ್.
ಹಾ ಹೇಳಿ
ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಸರ್ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಷನ್
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ, ತೊಂದರೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಕೆಡಿಸಿಸಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟೆಂಡರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಸರ್. 35 ವರ್ಷ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸರ್. 1 ವರ್ಷ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಇರುವಾಗಲೇ ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಸರ್. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ ತಂದೆಗೆ 2 ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳೇ ಸರ್. ನನಗೆ ಮದ್ವೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. 2007ರಲ್ಲಿ ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಅವರು. 2007ರಲ್ಲಿ ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಅವರು. ನಾವು 2007ರಿಂದ 2010ರವರೆಗೂ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಸರ್, ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ನೌಕರಿ ಕೊಡಿ. ನಮ್ ತಂದೆ ಒಬ್ರೇ ಆಧಾರ ಸ್ತಂಭ ಸರ್. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಆಸ್ತಿ ಗಿಸ್ತಿ ಏನು ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ನೌಕರಿ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಅರ್ಜಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಸರ್. 2007ರಿಂದ 2010ರವರೆಗೂ ಅರ್ಜಿ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ ಸರ್ ನಾವು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರಿಂದ ಬಂದ್ ಉತ್ತರ ಸರ್, ನಮ್ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಹುದ್ದೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ 2 ಇದನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಅವರು. ಇದನ್ನ 2 ಇದನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಅದ್ರ ನಂತರ ನನ್ಗೆ 2010ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್. ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಬೇಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಗಂಡ, ವರ್ಷದೊಳಗೆ 2 ಅವಳಿ ಜವಳಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಫುಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಗು ಸರ್ ನನ್ಗೆ.
ಏನ್ ಎಂಡೋರ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
Annexure J is the endorsement given by the bank. My lord, that is not permissible because she is asking for the regularization of this employment, my lord, on compassionate ground, my lord. My lord, that is not permissible. And
working as?
Please, my lord.
What was the father working as?
My lord, he is working as an attender, my lord.
For how many years?
My lord, attender.
32 ವರ್ಷ.
How? But for that reason only, my lord, the bank, my lord, has taken her as, my lord, on temporary basis, my lord, because ಅವಳು ಈಗಲೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
wait.
She is seeking regularization.
That's all right. Why you did not grant compassionate appointment?
ಅವರು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ.
ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ? ಯಾರು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ?
She has not filed the application.
Who has filed the application?
His mother, her mother, my lord, has filed the application.
Why you did not consider that?
My lord, because she is not entitled.
Why not entitled?
My lord, because of the rules, my lord.
What rules?
My lord, I produced the document, my lord.
What rules? What does it say? ಏನ್ rule?
My lord, that is, my lord, not provided with the compassionate appointment, my lord, on regularization of his employment on compassionate ground, my lord, is not permissible.
ಯಾವ rule ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಸರ್?
Family definition ಇದೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ. My lord, means an employee's wife or husband, legitimate children and stepchildren residing with and wholly dependent on an employee. It also includes, in addition, her parents, unmarried sisters, my lord, and minor brothers if residing with and wholly dependent on him, my lord. In that event, my lord, she is a married daughter, my lord.
Oh, ಆಮೇಲೆ
next, method of recruitment and conditions of service of the employees of a cooperative society is, my lord, the procedure is prescribed, my lord. According to that, my lord,
a compassionate appointment as per rules.
Howdo?
All right.
My lord, in this case, in
now
this,
you are saying she is not entitled because she is married.
Allah, not only that, my lord, because of the rules, my lord, it is my lord, it is discretion of the managing, my lord. First, she is not entitled.
Why?
But these are all the bars contained in the
bar. ಯಾವ ಬಾರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ?
my lord,
ಯಾವ ಬಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ.
my lord, the
married daughter ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ ಬಾರ್
ಇಲ್ಲ staff rules and respondent procedure is prescribed, my lord.
This is your rule for compassionate appointment.
Howdo? My lord, rule 18 of the
rule 18 ಅಲ್ಲ. Come to page 8 of your memo.
Please.
All right.
Yes.
The following dependents of deceased employee will be considered for appointment on compassionate grounds.
Howdo?
Correct.
Howdo?
Widow or husband of the deceased employee.
Yes.
Son or unmarried daughter of the deceased employee.
Yes.
So she is not unmarried is what you ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ
married daughter.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ married daughter. When did you get married, madam?
ಸರ್ 2007ರಿಂದ 2010 ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್.
ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿ ಡೇಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿ ಸರ್ 2010.
So married daughter ಅಂತ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
Next, rule 18 of rules,
as per the rules.
ಹೌದು. Next, section 26 of the
authority. ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀನು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ದಿ privilege provided to the cooperative societies, my lord. My lord, management has considered her request, my lord. My lord, there is no ambiguity in the consideration of request made by the petitioner, my lord. My lord, earlier, my lord, occasion she has approached this honorable court, my lord. In that event, my lord, we considered and passed the order, my lord.
Date of death in 2007.
ಹೌದು
2010-2007.
ಹೌದು
Mother files the application immediately. So
ಹೌದು.
there is no dispute about this. Seeking compassionate appointment ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಮದರ್ಗಲ್ಲ, ಇವರಿಗೆ, ಡಾಟರ್ಗೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುದಿಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ.
ಅದು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ sir. ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್
ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಯಾಕಿಲ್ಲ?
ಮೈಲಾಡ್
ಯಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್? ಅವಾಗಿನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ.
ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಡಾಟರ್
ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮ್ಯಾರಿಡ್ ಡಾಟರ್.
ಹೌದು.
ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, 2007 ಇಂದ 2010 ವರ್ಗೆ you sleep over the application, she gets married. Why you did not consider the application immediately?
ಮೈಲಾಡ್ ಶೀಸ್
Why you did not consider the application for 3 years? Why did you keep quiet on the application?
ಮೈಲಾಡ್
And now you project she is married.
ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್ ಮೈಲಾಡ್ ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಎ ಕಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮೈಲಾಡ್.
You forget about her
ಅಲ್ಲ,
contention, sir.
if-
You answer the court's question. For 3 years, why you did not pass
Mylord,
an order on the application?
ಮೈಲಾಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಮೈಲಾಡ್.
Why you did not pass an order on the application?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ.
ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮೈಲಾಡ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್.
ಈಗ ಆರಾಮ್ speciously you tell she is married, we will not give.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ದಿ ಮೈಲಾಡ್ ದಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಆಸ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಪ್ಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ರೂಲ್ 18 ಆಫ್ ದಿ cooperative societies rules and ಮೈಲಾಡ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್
ಮತ್ತೆ
ಆಲ್ಸೋ
going
ಮೈಲಾಡ್.
back to square one, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಬೈ
3 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ if you had considered the application of the mother and given her employment on compassionate grounds, she would not be married daughter then.
ಅಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ಸೀಕಿಂಗ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೈಲಾಡ್ ಶಿ ಇಸ್
Regular employment sir.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಷನೇಟ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
Compassionate appointment
ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರೈಸೇಷನ್
temporary ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ sir.
ಮೈಲಾಡ್
Regular.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಷನ್.
Father was a regular employee.
ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮೈಲಾಡ್.
Father was a regular employee.
ಎಸ್
Thank you. Yes, ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. 2022 ಯಾವುದು? ನೀವು ಅದು ಕೈ ಇಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಸ್ ಹೇಳಿ. Endorsement ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ?
annexure J page number 28.
What inhuman endorsement?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್
Father has taken all medical benefits, so will
ಅಲ್ಲ.
not give employment.
ನೋ
What is this?
ಮೈಲಾಡ್
ನೀವು ಕಾನೂನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನೀವು
Please,
ಬೇರೆ
madam.
ಏನೇನೋ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
ಮೈಲಾಡ್ in that event ಮೈಲಾಡ್ I stated the ಮೈಲಾಡ್ the legal provisions before the honorable court ಮೈಲಾಡ್.
The petitioner is before this court calling in question an endorsement dated 7/5/2022 by which the case of the petitioner for appointment on compassionate grounds comes to be rejected. The petitioner in person is before this court calling in question an endorsement dated 7/5/2022 by which the case of the petitioner for appointment on compassionate grounds comes to be rejected on manifold reasons. Heard so and so. The father of the petitioner is said to have served the respondent bank for over 32 years as an attender. His service was regular and he was a regular employee of the bank. The father of the petitioner dies in harness on 2010-2007. Immediately after the death of the sole breadwinner of the family, the petitioner submits a representation on 8/12/2007 to grant appointment on compassionate grounds in terms of the rules. The first representation is made on 8/12/2007. This is not acted upon. Continuous representations are later made on 26/12/2007, 25/2/2008 and 4/6/2009, reiterating the request for grant of appointment on compassionate grounds. All these representations go unheeded. The petitioner then is said to have knocked at the doors of the bank at intermittent intervals and could get an appointment on contract basis in the said respondent bank on 25/2/2001. The petitioner then again represents seeking appointment on compassionate grounds on the score that she is eligible to be appointed as an attendant in the respondent bank as she was qualified with pass in SSLC. When the same was not considered, the petitioner knocked at the doors of this court. The petitioner in person submits that the Application of the petitioner submitted for 4 long years on continuous basis were not acted upon, and now the endorsement is issued, is issued on the score that the petitioner is married today and a married daughter cannot be given appointment on compassionate grounds, and the father of the petitioner had rendered his service to whom all the benefits had been granted. Therefore, the appointment on compassionate grounds cannot be favorably considered. The petitioner in person would submit that this is grossly arbitrary, as she was entitled to compassionate appointment at the outset itself. The learned counsel appearing for the respondent would refute the submission, taking this court through the rules of the bank to contend that the definition of family excludes a married daughter, and therefore the appointment on compassionate grounds cannot be considered. Inter alia, the learned counsel would submit that Rule 18, Rule 32 of the Cooperative Societies Rules 1960 creates a bar for grant of any appointment of the kind that the petitioner is seeking. He seeks dismissal of the petition. I have given my anxious consideration to the submissions made by the respective learned counsel and have perused the material on record. The afore narrated facts link in the chain of events and the dates are not in dispute. The father of the petitioner, a regular employee of the respondent bank, dies in harness after working close to 32 years. After the death, the mother of the petitioner submits a representation seeking appointment on compassionate grounds. The representation is dated 8/12/2007. It reads as follows. The mother pleads that the daughter be given employment on compassionate grounds as she was qualified to hold the post of an attender in the bank. This is not acted upon. Then comes 4 representations for close to 3 years. All of them are appended to the petition. No action is taken. Then the petitioner, after knocking at the doors of the bank, gets an appointment on contract basis. Continues the effort to get an appointment on compassionate grounds by submitting another representation. That is not considered. Therefore, she is before the court. The petitioner again represents after the disposal of the disposal of the petition by the coordinate bench. This results in the impugned rejection. The rejection reads as follows. The reasons rendered in the rejection is that the petitioner does not come within the definition of family as obtaining in the rules of the bank and also the Cooperative Societies Rules 1960. The only reason projected is that the petitioner is a married daughter. The married daughter, but however accept that the petitioner is qualified to hold the post. The reason rendered would on the face of it depict arbitrariness on the part of the bank. Petitioner then gets married and secures employment in the bank itself on contract basis, but pursues the claim for compassionate appointment. The link in the chain of events is noticed. No fault can be found with the petitioner, as at the time when she was unmarried, she submits 4 representations, or the mother submits representations to get her daughter employed on compassionate grounds. This is not acted upon. Time flies and the daughter gets married. Now the endorsement is issued that the married daughter would not come within the definition of family in terms of the rules. As observed herein above, this becomes a classic illustration of gross arbitrariness on the part of the respondent for keeping quiet for 4 years and letting for 4 years, and now contending that the petitioner is a married daughter and cannot be granted appointment. The This court, in identical circumstances in the case of Bhuvaneshwari Puranik, has held that married daughters cannot be differentiated for the purpose of grant of appointment on compassionate grounds. The case at hand is a better illustration than what was projected by this court in Bhuvaneshwari Puranik. Therefore, the petitioner becomes entitled to a direction for consideration of a case for appointment on compassionate grounds. The rules, Cooperative Societies Rules 1960 or the rules of the respondent cannot be now pressed into service for the folly of the respondent keeping quiet for 4 long years of the representation of the petitioner or her mother. In that light, the petition deserves to succeed. The writ petition is allowed. The endorsement dated 7/5/2022 stands quashed. The respondent is directed to consider the case of the petitioner for appointment on compassionate grounds and pass necessary orders to that effect within 2 months from the date of receipt of the copy of the order, if not earlier. Ordered accordingly. Yes.
Please. Legal point, my lord.
What legal?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್
4 ವರ್ಷ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವಾಗ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಈಗ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ.
Please.
ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್?
my lord.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Please.